Hey, this is Dave,
Matt,
and Zap.
and welcome to the Vintage Cinema Review.
where every week we review some of our favorite films from the past.
Hey, there ain't no late fees here.
Silence is golden, and be kind. Rewind.
Oh, got something loading in there today, huh?
Yeah, this is your pick, man.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Man, from the sound of that, this is a dusty one.
Oh, yeah. This was sitting on the shelves at the old movie theater. Or what? Not the theater, the Blockbusters.
I wouldn't be surprised
Or
if it went on the shelves and never came off the shelves until now.
No, this was a 80s type classic. You know what I mean? Not classic as in people like, oh, I got to run out and see it. But like we were talking about earlier for the times.
Yeah.
It definitely showed its age. That is to say, yes, it is nostalgically 80s. It is 100%. It fits the model.
Yes.
Absolutely. So this was American Gothic, 1988. This was rated R, 1 hour, 30-minute runtime. This was directed by John Ho, written by Burt Wettinson and Michael Vines, and produced by Christopher Harrop. Filming dates on this, November 17th, 86. So it was the winter of 86. I didn't really give it an end time, and I couldn't find a budget or box office on this, shockingly. But I guess we can kind of guesstimate maybe at the end. I have a couple other movies we can look at.
Yeah, I have an idea how much they spent on this movie.
You think?
Well, let's see, not many actors. It was filmed in a location probably for free.
It was
Well-
they filmed in Canada, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, British Columbia. I
Yeah.
believe it. Yeah. Some cool scenery and stuff. So I don't know. I guess maybe we can guesstimate. So like I said, not much on this other than that. So I'll turn it over to Zap for the cast.
Not much on this other than that. All right.
Yeah.
The cast of American Gothic includes, but is not limited to, Rod Steiger as Pa, Yvonne DiCarlo as Ma, Sarah Torgov as Cynthia, Janet Wright as Fanny, Michael J. Pollard as Woody, William Hootkins as Teddy, Mark Erickson as Jeff, Caroline Barclay as Terry, Mark Lindsay Chapman, not to be confused with Mark David Chapman,
Yeah.
Mark Lindsay Chapman as Rob, Fiona Hutchison as Lynn, and Stephen Shellen as Paul.
Yeah, that was pretty much the cast.
That was,
Yeah.
for the most part, anyone that spoke anything.
Yeah. Who'd you think was the hottest? I heard you.
Oh, by far and away, Caroline Barclay.
Was she the blonde?
Well, there were two blondes, but yeah, she was the one blonde
The taller one.
that wasn't Cynthia.
The London jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I thought
I agree. Now I know where you're going with this.
Lynn.
That Fiona Hutchison. Now look, she's not bad, and she had that '80s just
Kathy
that
Ireland look.
that like she definitely looked good. But I don't know. There's just I don't know. Maybe it was as we get through this. I mean, I'm sure I'll explain why
So
Terry does it for me.
So Terry wasn't the crazy one.
No,
Okay.
That was Sin.
Cynthia. Right. Okay.
Or Fanny.
Oh, and that Fanny.
arguably everybody's crazy for having done this movie.
Hey, if you're on an island, yeah.
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 So I guess that's it for the cast. We'll turn it over to Matt for a brief synopsis.
Yes, a synopsis of American Gothic. A picture-perfect camping trip becomes a portrait in terror for 6 friends who are forced to land on a remote island where their plane develops engine trouble. They discover a family living on the island and are first greeted with apple pie and Bible reading from Ma, Pa, and Fanny, who is expecting her 12th birthday, and Woody and Teddy, who like to play cowboys and Indians. Now, see, look at this already. My goodness. The strange thing is that Fanny is 50 years old, and the boys are not much younger. And while Ma and Pa like to thump their Bible, they seem to have disregarded the first commandment entirely. They use a variety of homegrown murderous methods to slay their visitors, until there is only one, Cynthia, remaining. But Cynthia has a secret weapon, her past. She has just been released from a mental hospital and provides some macabre maneuvers of her own. This all-star cast is headed by Rob Steiger, Yvonne DiCarlo, and Michael J. Pollard. American Gothic is a menacingly macabre mixture of humor and horror, guaranteed to thrill fans of mayhem everywhere.
Mayhem.
That's a good word for what was going on there. For me.
Yeah.
Dude, that was basically the whole movie.
That was, man.
That was a in-depth synopsis.
You would think Yvonne DiCarlo would be at the top.
You would think.
That was Lily Munster, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. I think she kind of fell out after the Munsters.
Right. And
She was still noticeable. You know, you knew who she was.
Well, I was watching it, and I'm like, she looks familiar, and then looked it up, and there it was. But she was in another movie in '88. We'll get to at the end.
Oh, all right.
88 was great.
Yeah, it was. So I guess it's time to steer through the movie a bit.
Yeah, this is going to be a steady steer. All right. Recovering from a recent trauma in her life, Cynthia, along with her boyfriend and 2 other couples, it's a total of 6 people, have packed for a camping trip to Jackson Island, one of the many islands in the Puget Sound of Washington State. Unfortunately for them, the small plane they'd rented suffers some engine troubles on the way, forcing them to land on a different island. With plenty of food, a vast array of gear, and a transistor radio blasting the most nondescript rock music the late 80s had to offer, the 3 couples set up camp, intent to make the most of their time together until they can repair their plane the next morning. That next morning, Jeff, who's Cynthia's boyfriend and pilot of the plane, makes his way back to the plane to continue his repairs. Paul, one of the campers, had a bit too much to drink the night before and decides to remain in his tent to sleep it off. Lynn, one of the female campers, goes exploring in the woods. Terry, another one of the female campers, decides to go scuba diving. During a brief accident where she falls down some rocks into the ocean, we learn a bit more of Cynthia's background and recent trauma. Understand that Cynthia had lost her baby to a terrible drowning accident in her bathtub. After a brief period for everyone to calm down from Terry's accident, and for Terry and Rob to return to camp, 5 of the group, all but Paul, go exploring in the woods and ultimately come upon a small house.
So let's talk about the beginning here.
Yeah.
Some cool things in it. The seaplane. Have you ever been on one of those?
Where do we live in Canada?
Right.
No.
So I've never been on a seaplane, but I've been in a plane that size.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I have also. Yes.
So, question for you: those
When you go island jumping or
No. So
island hopping.
a buddy of mine, during a brief stint when I lived in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania for 1 year, a dude I had met up there, still to this day, a friend of mine, he was going for his pilot's license, and he just needed hours to get his time in. So he and I went to whatever local airport. We flew to. You can just rent a plane. So we flew to Lancaster and then flew back, and that was it. And I got to fly the plane. That was cool.
Was it called like a Cessna?
Probably. Yeah.
When you were sitting next, he's like, Zap, you can take over. And you're just like,
oh, yeah, correct. And dude, he was doing some wild ass shit up there, let me tell you.
See, I don't like those little planes, man.
No, man.
I'm not a fan.
Well, I was wondering what the propulsion is on the water. Is it just the propeller that gets them going on the water like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You're just trying to get lift. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like a bird.
Right.
It's a plane.
That was a killer Bronco they had though.
It absolutely was.
In the beginning,
Yeah,
yes.
It absolutely was.
They pull up to the dock and they're loading up in that seaplane. And
But see, I like the beginning, like the whole beginning, was really drawing you in.
It was.
To make you think that the movie was going to be a little better than what the movie actually was.
It really was. So when this started out, I mean, it starts out with this woman leaving this mental hospital.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, all right, so we're in for something. Really.
And you got
then when the friends get together, that really gives you that 80s horror movie build-up vibe to it.
Oh, yeah. You just see 6 people. Okay, who here isn't going to make it?
right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know they're gonna go. I went through the cast and just wrote down like Jeff kind of reminds me of like James Spader, but like a Timu version. Like if you ordered it,
Was he the
not
spiky
quite
hair?
there. No, that was the leader.
blonde.
Jeff was the leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff was the pilot, the
Pilot.
blonde-haired dude.
Then you had Rob with the mullet.
Oh, my God,
that guy.
dude.
That guy.
Listen, that mullet was bad.
Yeah.
I mean bad. That was borderline,
Bad meaning
Joe
bad
Dirt.
or bad meaning good.
not the Michael Jackson style.
Okay.
This was borderline Joe Dirt mullet. It was
It
bad.
was bad. And
But it was good for his personality, though.
That's
He was
it,
he was
yeah.
that guy.
He was that guy.
He was
right.
that mullet guy.
and he had that coat on, and I remember these like in the back. There was like it was like parachute pants, almost like it zipped down the middle of the back.
Yeah.
And there was like a different fabric in there.
Yep.
Lynn, who's the one I wrote down, I thought she was the hottest, like Kathy Ireland look.
Yeah.
Terry the blonde, that's the one you liked.
So we'll get to that. I'll explain why when we get to it. But
Who had the London jacket? Which one was that?
London Fog.
No,
The girl with the patches. And
the
stuff.
patches in the back. Which one was
I
that?
think that was Lynn.
She was hot.
No, Lynn was the Kathy Ireland looking one, darker hair, the brunette.
Yeah, but didn't she have the thing on her jacket?
No, it was one of the blonde girls had.
The blonde girl had like a
then
London.
had to be
I remember,
Terry.
I remember those jackets.
Yeah.
the thing with Lynn that really gets me is to say enticing, attractive. Dude, I love that she smoked. I think that was just so cool,
That's
man.
right. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Let me have one of these.
There's just something just trashy hot about that.
And then Paul was just kind of the guy with the glasses, kind of like an extra throw-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like me. Sitting here today on the podcast.
He didn't have much. He didn't have much dialogue.
Yeah. A lot of money spent on denim in this movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Layers.
The nondescript rock track that was playing, like when they're at their first night at camp and whatever, and Lynn's pissing and moaning like, "I want to get off. I want to get off the island. I want to get off." I swear to God, that song reminds me of "Black Cat" by Janet Jackson.
No, I gotta listen. Listen back. I don't remember.
That is work. Do the comparison. You'll see where it comes from.
They ripped them off.
They did.
I like to know when I can get off. He's like, I'll let you know when you get off.
See,
something like that. Yeah.
I was waiting for that dialogue to go a little bit further to have that exact play on words.
Right.
It didn't.
Never
It
did.
fell flat.
Did you catch the other sexual innuendo though in the morning?
What's
I
that?
don't know.
Yes. I only hunt for muff.
Yeah, he goes. She
Only
goes,
dive for muff.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going diving or
That's
whatever. He
it.
goes, I only dive for muff, sweetheart.
Yeah,
And then you can catch it, I'll eat it.
that's right. And then she falls down the rocks.
Yep.
That was tragic.
That was that was something. Cynthia's just sitting there looking at her and just staring at her. And Paul comes up. What the, dude? Come on! Why didn't you jump in to save her?
That's all her deep-rooted trauma.
Of
though.
course,
the
yeah,
water
of course.
and the baby and the tub.
Yeah, it's deep impact.
It's another movie.
The group makes their way into the house, the equivalent of a time capsule from decades earlier. After inconsiderately exploring the house's contents, they're greeted by an older couple, the owners of the house, known only as Ma and Pa, who, despite their eccentricity, seem welcoming and harmless. A meal is shared by all. We learn a little more about Ma and Pa, who've seemingly kept themselves away from advancements in technology and progressions in the world in general. We also discover that Ma and Pa have a daughter, Fanny, who, though clearly a middle-aged woman, is looking forward to her upcoming 12th birthday. The group of campers are invited to spend the night at Ma and Pa's house, but there's a few rules by which they must abide. There will be no devil's play in the house, no cussing, and definitely no unmarried couples sleeping together. The group of campers are separated. The men sleep in the parlor, while the women sleep in a spare bedroom.
Yeah, Pa's a cock block.
Dude, he totally is, man. He totally is.
Yeah,
they
for
don't want no devil's play though.
Nah, I know.
Rob's like, look, man, it's my girlfriend, man. We're just going to hang out.
He's like, where are we? And he's like, no, you're not going. You're staying in here, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They kind of make these people out to be not the people that live there, Ma and Pa, but these characters as assholes. Like they act like that at dinner. Somebody's taking you in their house,
Correct,
and they're offering you food and all that, and they're just kind of making fun of them. They're sitting there at the dinner table, and they're just making fun of them. Like,
look, I agree.
Yeah,
Dude, to the same extent that they just walked in their house.
Yes.
These 5 people. Paul was left back at the camp. 5 of these people
they weren't invited. Like
dude,
you said,
they just open up the door and walk in and start playing with records and
playing
clothes,
their Victorola,
walking around, exploring what the hell's going on wherever.
Yeah, no respect at all. For
zero respect.
Property or anything.
But the
like
people, like you said, Ma and Pa were actually nice, very nice to them in the beginning.
think so. Yeah.
Like come on in, we have food, sit, eat. Like they didn't respect them or their house or their food, and not very nice.
It
people.
wasn't nice at all. And you wonder if they would have been nice. I don't think it would have mattered, but who knows? It would have been a different movie.
I think you're right. I think that's basically the test.
Yeah.
This Ma and Pa is testing them.
Just to see. Yeah, they picked up a paper there when they first got in. It was like November of 1919.
Yeah, the
So to give you
Saturday
an
Evening
idea.
Post.
Yeah, and these people in these movies in the 80s, they're always dancing.
Yeah.
Always music and dancing. I've never gone to like a party and like put a record on and like start dancing around. I've never seen a party like that. But it's always in these movies. It seems like
There's sometimes music like in the background. You're right though. We always talk about that, but nobody's
grab
ever
a girl
like, hey,
grab a girl and start like doing that dance. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's true. I never I'd never felt compelled when I went to a party to start dancing.
No, not at all.
You said any 80s movies too. You get into the party and people are standing there kind of dancing. Some are talking. There's always those dancing people.
No, I did do that move you said in the last podcast about the finger in the beer bottle and flinging it.
Oh, Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, yeah. That I've done.
What's her name?
And on that note.
Wait. I was thinking, where did I hear? Oh, Clean Plate Club.
Oh, yeah.
That was
join the
something-
Clean Beat Club.
Yeah.
Ma says to Cynthia, well, don't you want to be a member of the Clean Plate Club? And then, especially Lynn starts just laughing and whatnot. Like, Lynn's just waiting to get slapped for making fun of these people.
That's what I mean. And then there was like a foreshadow part I didn't catch till I watched it again. I hate to admit that, but I just watched it again this morning.
Yeah.
And
No, it brings you in.
I know it does bring you in.
Mhm.
I'm liking it more now. Paul goes, when she goes to go down the basement, he's like, no, you don't want to go down there. It's pretty steep and cold. You might need one of Ma's
Scarves.
scarves.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't catch that the first time, but that'll tie in at the end.
Foreshadow. Very good.
As morning comes, Rob leaves the house to explore the grounds. He comes upon a swing set atop the edge of a cliff. And playing on the swing set are Fanny and her brother, Woody, whom we've only just now met. Rob's invited to ride the swing, and during his tense ride, Woody climbs to the top of the set, cutting the rope holding the swing, thereby sending Rob to an untimely death on the rocks below. Not long after, Cynthia, out for a walk of her own, finds Rob's body. The remaining members of the group of campers are devastated. Later, while outside with Cynthia, Lynn expresses her dislike for the family and their weird ways, which Fanny overhears. Later, Fanny takes Cynthia to see her baby, which, until now, Cynthia had thought was a doll. Lo and behold, it's the mummified remains of an actual baby. In the midst of Cynthia's horror, she's surprised by the entrance of yet another brother of Fanny's, named Teddy. At first, Teddy grabs and holds Cynthia captive. Fanny swiftly dissuades him from harming her by alerting him that Cynthia is her friend. Later, while strolling through the woods, Lynn comes upon Fanny, Woody, and Teddy playing jump rope. After expressing her wishes to be left alone, the three siblings tie her up with the rope. Back at the house, while Jeff consoles Cynthia, an enraged and jealous Fanny drives a small sword from a model medieval knight through Jeff's eye. He's later finished off by Ma and her knitting needles, causing Cynthia to run away in a panic.
The story just got exciting.
This went from
really,
zero to hero. I mean,
Real quick.
really quick.
Yeah, Teddy got some unibrow on him there.
Dude.
The,
All right, so there's a lot to unpack in this segment. So we go through an entire dinner and night.
Supper.
That's right, supper.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so difference between dinner and supper. Supper can be any meal of the day. Supper is the largest meal you eat that day. But there's breakfast, lunch, dinner. Any one of them can be supper.
I thought that was just a funny term. My mom says that.
Supper. Oh, I use supper.
Some people use it. Some people use dinner. You know.
Sit down for supper.
Yeah.
We go through an entire dinner/supper
Right.
and a night into the next morning, and we're only now meeting two brothers.
Yeah.
Well, that was, I think, part of the story because
Where
they
did
had
they
like
sleep?
they had their own little cabin.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
They had their own little cabin in the woods. That's another movie, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like a sequel. But those two, and then Woody, he looked like he was like 65, 70. He looks a lot older. And that little skull cap.
Yeah.
These guys are something else.
So go ahead.
No, I thought the swing set part was kind of fun, but I thought Woody was dead, and I thought she was making like her own. Like,
dude, so did I.
Yeah, I was like, who's this dead dude she's swinging?
He's just sitting there saying nothing. I swear to God, I thought she was just swinging a dead guy.
But then she's like, Woody, say hi to Robin. I thought she threw her voice. I was like, they didn't catch that. She was like, hello. I was like, oh, this dead person, now she thinks she's the dead guy. But then Woody turned around, and I was like, oh, something just got interesting.
Shit did get wild. P.S. What kind of swing set do you get in that it locks you into place? Is that something like we had when we were kids?
No, nothing like that.
We used to have that metal bar that kind of came down. Remember that? The metal bar on the chain that slid down?
Oh, yeah. That
and
was like that was definitely like the kiddie swing.
Yes. And
versus
it was
like the regular swing where you could jump off.
We even had like the hard, like it was that hard plastic back. Now the ones like as it time went on, they just turned into like all the molded plastic.
Yeah, she used some kind of like tiger tooth or something.
Yeah, it was like a tooth or something.
I don't know what the hell that thing was. But
some kind of peg or whatever.
Is that what it was? I don't know. It was wild looking though. I wouldn't get in that thing.
I give Fanny credit too because I think it was freezing out because it's like supposed to be winter.
Oh,
it is winter.
She's in that dress all the time.
She has like a dress on. I was like, I would have been freezing my ass.
So speaking of Fanny wearing a dress, so there was this mummified baby.
Oh yeah.
Who in the hell's baby was that?
One of the brothers.
Yeah, maybe one of their victims from earlier, like from, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
So what I'm hoping is that they weren't at all alluding to Fanny had created that baby from her womb.
Well, yeah, because I think, because remember she said, we tried that once to the one kind of brother that was like doofy.
Oh, ew.
When she had the crush with the Jeff guy. You guys didn't catch that?
No.
I did, and that's later, but yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That happened just now.
Yeah.
Because she's peeping through the peephole, seeing Jeff making out with Cynthia, and she says, no, Jeff's mine, and if I can't have him, nobody can have him.
Yeah, but she said, she's like, I'm not going to do that with you again, Rob, or whatever that guy's name was. Not Rob.
Teddy.
Yeah.
So I think that they kind of maybe.
So that's Teddy. Teddy could very well be the father of Cynthia's now dead-ass baby. Or, I'm sorry, Fanny's dead-ass baby.
Yes.
Inbred, yeah. That Fanny's outfit, too, she looks like she can make a mean hand-rolled pretzel.
Yeah.
Like from one of them pretzel places.
Aunt Fanny's.
Fanny.
Oh, God. Let's see what else. So this sword is just like it's a knick-knack. It's just this little ornament people have on their.
That was big, though. It was like
Was it like attached to a horse or something?
Yeah,
Like
there was
a knight on a horse and he's holding a sword.
Lance.
Oh, okay,
a lance.
A lance. That's it.
Yes,
a
it was
lance.
a lance.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
gotcha.
It was like a jousting. Thank you, Matt. That was exactly right. I don't know why I used sword. It's a lance.
Yeah, they used like a weird perspective when it was coming at the victim, so you could kind of
So that's a whole lot. That was a whole lot of weapon to have to hold just for the pointy part.
just for that. Yeah.
I mean, you'd think. I mean, it was the equivalent of a sewing needle sticking out of that little knight in that little model thing.
Right.
But you had to pick up the whole damn thing just to make use of it.
Just to use it.
I think that was the only thing readily available.
Sure. When you're in the heat of passion there with murder on your mind, you're going to use whatever's available.
But I don't know why she killed him. I thought she was like crushing on him.
She was crushing on him, and it's simply. But when she sees her
Kissing.
when she sees him kissing Cynthia, she
Jealous
decides in
rage.
her head, yeah, well, look, if I can't have him, nobody can have him, so I'm going to kill him.
That would be that's like a manslaughter charge. Would that be or
Like crime of passion.
third degree murder?
Definitely
'cause-
manslaughter.
Yeah.
I don't know who jurisdicts that island, but
They got their own jurisdicts. During her escape through the woods, Cynthia comes upon Lynn's body, hanging from a tree by the jump rope we'd seen earlier. Soon, she runs into Terry, who also has been running through the woods in a panic. The two exchange their collective knowledge to date, including not only the deaths of their friends, but also the fact that both the plane and Paul have disappeared. After a brief chase by Teddy and Woody, Cynthia and Terry come upon Fanny roaming about the woods. Using a flare gun taken from the plane, Terry and Cynthia hold Fanny hostage and take her to Ma and Pa with hopes of forcing them to help the two get off the island. Their plan swiftly fails when Ma and Pa take them to a fisherman's boat, where they find Paul's dead body laying with an axe through his head, thereby immediately causing them to flee into the woods again. Woody and Teddy incinerate the body and boat, and their hunt for Terry and Cynthia carries on.
yeah, that was kind of a wasted bullet.
Yeah.
Shooting it over there, you know what I mean?
She just threw it at a rock.
Yeah.
I know. Was it just to show them that, yeah, this gun's alive? But
It
the thing is,
works.
that's not like that thing has a chamber. I'm sorry. It's not like it has a clip.
Right.
It's not like it's a revolver. It's a flare gun.
You got one and done. pretty
You
much.
just use the flare.
Right.
It's over.
Yeah. I still would have jumped in the boat, even with the body in there
Sure.
at that point.
Did either of you guys notice when they poured gas on it that he blinked?
No.
The dead body blinked when they poured gas on it.
I was wondering about if, they definitely were.
Like he flinched. You could see his face flinch.
Right. I don't want to jump ahead, but there's a part at the end I'm assuming that they were all the real actors.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we'll get there.
We'll get there.
I always loved when they show like the pouring gasoline scenes in the movies, and they're just there sprinkling it all over the place. There's gas flying everywhere. And they have one match,
That's all they
And it
need.
doesn't-
which their whole bodies would have been soaked in
Correct.
gasoline.
They're doused.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely doused.
Your hand would have caught on fire immediately from the fumes alone. But then there's like, wow.
They're immune to it.
So
Yes.
not unlike Fanny, who is, again, while despite being, let's say, 50 years old or mid-40s or whatever, and she thinks that she's 12,
Right.
these brothers, her two brothers, aren't far off in that same mindset. I mean, here's a great illustration of it in this part of the movie where these guys are, about to douse this thing with gas and light it on fire. They're both wearing child's pretend fireman helmets.
And cap guns. And
Yeah, and that's right. They're playing with cap guns and all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah. It's kind of a fun life, I think, maybe, living it. You know what I mean? You never grow up.
Never grew up.
Island, yeah.
Well, that was why the parents kept everying to like the 1920s, which really wasn't that bad of a way to grow
time.
up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, do the Charleston and all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wonder if they were really their kids, or you think they were like people that got to the island and they brainwashed?
I think it's their kids.
You think?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's their kids.
But Dave has a pretty good. I thought that too for a minute. Like,
wait, now you got me thinking.
Towards the end of the movie, remember the whole.
Yeah.
But then they were probably like, I like this one, and this one, like you said, kind of like how Sin was becoming.
Yeah.
Right.
To completely brainwash it, because they were very close in age. If they would have had them, like you said, were they all around the same age? Maybe not.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. Like I said, I think
That's a good idea, though.
Woody was the oldest. Teddy might have been younger.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I was wondering about that. But I don't want to jump ahead because I think that'll tie into like one of the character developments.
It will. It will.
But Woody might have been just as old as Ma, kinda, maybe.
No.
No.
I don't know.
He was just gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of them tricky ones. He's probably like 52.
Like Steve Martin.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy was gray since he's like Joey Sullivan. He was gray since like he was 16.
Yeah.
After sleeping in the woods through the night in a hollowed out tree, Cynthia and Terry are lured to her cabin by the sound of a radio playing. A light of hope, considering the family of weirdos doesn't use or own radios. But indeed, it's Teddy, Woody, and Fanny who are its occupants, having set a trap for Cynthia and Terry. Fanny approaches a frightened Cynthia, assuring her that she'll be okay. Meanwhile, Terry is chased into the woods by Teddy, who's being followed by Woody. Teddy catches Terry, snaps her neck, and proceeds to rape her dead corpse. Woody runs back to the house and tells Pa of Teddy's disgusting deeds. Teddy returns to the house to find Ma, Pa, Woody, Fanny, and Cynthia waiting for him. His father inevitably beats Teddy maliciously with a stick for his sins. As Ma, Woody, and Fanny watch the beating, so too does Cynthia, as though she's been welcomed into the family and she's embracing the idea.
So that's where I was kind of thinking. I wonder where she's kind of embracing the family and becoming one of them, if maybe that's how all those people were.
So up until this point, I thought that she was playing along.
Mm-hmm.
When she,
Did I.
So
Yes.
Cynthia hears the family yelling,
Something about God.
God beat him, God, or
No.
for his sins, or something.
Something God, or.
They keep chanting something.
Right.
And then then Cynthia's chanting along, and I thought she was just doing it to play possum, right?
Right.
I'm just trying to make these guys think that I'm okay.
Infiltrate.
That's it. But then at the end, then her eyeballs change and she starts smiling,
Right.
and so now she's a believer for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So circling back, this is why
go ahead.
I was gonna say. So I'd mentioned earlier of all of the chicks, I thought Terry was the hottest. She was the only one who I got to see her chest, dude. Because she died, and what's his name started raping her, pretend raping her. I mean, there was certainly nothing shown.
Right.
There was no nudity in this movie at all.
No.
Although, or anyway,
Not very 80s movie.
It's
for
not.
a horror slasher.
I tell you all of that to get to when Teddy rips open Terry's shirt. Like, dude, she had a rack, bro. She had some cans.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Full C's.
Dude, definitely a full C, borderline D.
No.
Dude, they were a good size, man.
No, I said full C. They were very full C.
Hell yeah. But dude,
Is it in the fun facts? Maybe I don't know.
did anyone know? I don't know. Well, of course you noticed it, but how cheesy was it when now look, again, terrible stuff. Like, rape is not good, but this was just funny to the extent in the part where he rips her panties off from. Like, her pants are still on.
Right.
So he rips her panties off. It's like basically like what Deadpool did. Like, he pulled off his underwear while he's still wearing his pants.
Like a magician or something.
Correct.
We're going to have to put a rape disclaimer
Yeah, right.
this episode.
I'm just saying, like, this was so laughably awful.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awful. But I think that
bad.
was they did it that way to not make it a thing.
Right.
To make it seem like he was doing something, but not.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I cannot say it enough. I cannot say it enough times. Rape is bad.
Right.
This was just such a terribly filmed scene to imply rape that's why I'm talking the way I'm talking.
I hear you.
Like you weren't left with the idea of, oh my God, that woman was so beaten and battered and scarred and it's awful.
Right.
One, she was dead.
Right.
I mean, this is really necrophilia at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was wild though. Yeah. I didn't even realize. I didn't even catch that part. That he. I saw the part where he opened.
Dude, he ripped off her underwear, sniffed him,
I
and then he threw
I
him.
didn't see that. That must have been the unedited version.
No.
Because I just saw like he ripped the shirt down, and then you saw her bra.
Because from that part, I remember him walking back and getting shamed and all that. Like his brother's watching from the thing. But yeah, that's crazy.
That's what we're saying. Cynthia, I thought was actually. I was like, oh, okay. She just doesn't want to get killed. She got a plan.
Correct. I thought
she
had a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know at that point. I guess you're right.
He beat the shit out of that kid with a stick. By kid, that grown-ass man with a stick.
Oh, yeah.
If he was beaten in the right way, that stick would have broke after the first or second hit.
Yeah, that wasn't a very solid stick.
He was a stout boy.
He was stout for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, the switch has flipped in Cynthia's head. She's become a full believer in the family's ways, even going so far as to dress in a pink dress like Fanny and join the family for Fanny's birthday celebration. She's embraced the family's ways. The traumatic events have warped her mind into breaking down and joining the family. After some birthday cake, Cynthia is escorted to the basement to join the family for a showcase of their handiwork. A view of all the corpses the family has created over the years when unwanted visitors make their way to the island. The next day, while playing with Fanny, Cynthia is shocked back into reality while they play with Fanny's corpse baby. Cynthia's memories of her own baby's bathtub death come rushing back. Now completely unhinged, Cynthia bludgeons Fanny to death with a small metal tub. Using the same model lance that had been driven through Jeff's eye, Cynthia kills an unwitting Woody who'd come to investigate the noises. Next up is Old Ma, whom Cynthia stabs to death with her own knitting needles. Teddy is soon after taken out with a handheld sickle. Paul returns to the house after a day of hunting to find his entire family dead, including Cynthia pretending to be dead. In the midst of his despair, Paul leaves his shotgun in the house and steps outside to renounce God. Cynthia swiftly retrieves his shotgun and kills him. In the end, the only one left is Cynthia, who's now taken the reins of being the resident lunatic on the island.
Yeah, that was crazy at the end. Like, right when he said that, boom, dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I renounce you, God.
Yeah, just in time.
He spent his whole life, like, being a religious man in his mind.
This was an action-packed climax.
Oh,
it was.
Sure,
yeah, the last 10 minutes of the movie. Well, did we talk about where they went for the surprise to see the dollies?
The what?
The dollies.
The movie's ended. You can talk about whatever you want.
So they go downstairs. She's like, we have a surprise for you, Cynthia.
Oh, the bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where Cynthia, I thought she was like going to revert and be like, oh shit, like I got to get out of here. I'm going to end up one of these bodies.
Right.
But they had all those, that was, Joe. Joe was a farmer, and he came to the island.
And this guy was a fisherman, but he was going to start telling his friends about
people about it, right?
Yep.
And yet there's crazy ass Cynthia, who's now not only but brought into herself this weird mindset of Fanny, like I'm only 12 years old, but she's also somehow like a Southern belle. Like just you can tell by the way she talks, like she's magically picked up like a Southern accent.
Right.
So when all the corpses are hanging there, she just said, "Pleasure to meet y'all."
What's that called? When somebody is like captured by somebody, but they
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. She kind of like got that quickly.
Well, that was the foreshadow I said about earlier too with the scarves. He said, "Don't go down that basement. You'll need one of my scarves because all the bodies are hanging down there with the scarves." But yeah, you're right. I thought for sure when she went down that something would snap, but no, she's like lunatic smile, kind of like
correct,
just like
she's
smiling
on the
at it.
Lunatic fringe.
She's all in it, man.
But then the baby, that's when
with the head snap,
when the switch.
Dude, they pulled apart the mummy baby.
Mummy baby.
Yeah,
they're just fighting over it. No, it's mine, and then they just snap this brittle, what used to be a human baby.
Right.
Now it's just its crusty remains.
a fossil. They when I guess the bathing, the little bathtub that she had, was kind of what triggered her. But
I think that was the best acting.
That was some
in the whole movie
flashback.
where she was like pretending to turn on the. I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would have liked to seen, like, I enjoy in these '80s horror movies is the kill scenes.
I would have liked to seen more nudity of Terry.
Well, that too.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay.
I enjoy that. But I like the kill scenes and like I know it looks cheesy now, but the special effects and stuff, they didn't really do a lot of that. Like
Yeah.
more of the special effects and stuff. That's a part I dig in a lot of these movies. I know it looks cheesy now, but
I know the scene any kind of scene you're talking about where they didn't, in this case, surely have the budget to make good enough special effects. So what they would show the viewer somebody coming in with a knife, and then the next thing you know, they flip it, and then you see the guy with the knife sticking out of his head,
right,
or like the lance or whatever. So it's clearly understood that somebody did kill him.
right.
You just don't see the actual insertion of the object into the eyeball.
It's kind of like an ode to Alfred Hitchcock or something.
Yeah,
Sure.
He was kind of like that. Like, you didn't have to see the gore.
Use your own
It was
mind.
just, yeah.
Yeah, but these 80s slasher type movies, and I don't know where you would categorize this, but that's the part I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of it. But I mean, like I said, I watched it again today. I found some more stuff that maybe I like about it.
It was,
but
it was a cheesy 80s horror.
Yeah,
you know?
We'll get into that, I guess, after the fun facts.
So we're there. We're at this point of the movie, huh?
Some people say the favorite part.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Is that what you hear?
Yeah, people like the fun facts.
Cool. Yeah, they're always fun.
there's few I could find, but one at least fun for me was noting some of the actors. So we talked about Yvonne DiCarlo. Obviously, we all know her from the Munsters.
Mm-hmm.
Woody, I knew I had seen him before, and it took a little thinking. He was in Dick Tracy.
Oh, I thought he was
yeah.
Dorf from like Dorf on Golf. That's who I thought it was.
That's Tim
I thought it was
Conway.
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway,
But
yeah.
no, that's true. This guy definitely resembles Tim Conway for sure.
That's
I
what I
can see
thought
that.
it was.
So that was Woody. What's the other one? The Teddy. So Teddy, I knew the first one for me immediately. He was Lieutenant Eckhart from the '89 Batman. He was the bad cop that was.
Oh, Teddy, the big guy?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch that. I don't
This
remember.
guy's drinking Drano.
Oh,
Mm.
I didn't catch that. And then obviously Yvonne DiCarlo, we said, was from the Munsters.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, Teddy was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. The two like CIA guys or the two Army guys that sit down and say, "Look, man, we want you to go find this, go find that."
Teddy was in that.
Teddy was one of
I
those
didn't
two
know
guys.
that.
Damn, he fell off and getting in this shit.
Yeah, man.
This was originally screenplay was called Kids.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with
The
Kids
1994 or 5 version Kids was a little different storyline, but yeah.
with Claudia Servini. I think
Chloe
that's her name.
Sevigny, yeah.
I can't even do that.
Mm.
Do that for me. Yes, exactly.
You know, that's a good movie I'd like to do someday.
Kids.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Oh my god.
that
dude,
was so
it's-
controversial,
Oh
man.
my god, yeah. Yeah, it's a good
I
one.
think you can't even find it on regular streaming. You have to go to that shit that I told you
Archive.org.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find it.
So if anyone, so this is just a public service announcement out there. So for anyone who's looking for an old movie and it's not streaming anywhere, you can absolutely find it on archive.org. You will find it.
It's there, yeah, for sure.
And you'll get,
Archive.org is listening.
it's a recorded,
Please
you'll
send
find
some
like
money.
in some cases, even a recorded VHS tape.
Oh yeah, like
Wow.
the original version.
That's right.
So Matt, what you got, man?
Yeah, you said about the one. I thought the kids one was pretty good. Despite the title, this was filmed in Canada. I think we mentioned.
Yeah, British Columbia.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I would love to go visit some of those islands around there, and I wonder if they do have like people that live there like that. You know,
Yeah,
like a
Epstein.
couple houses here and there.
So British. So British Columbia. I was talking the other day with a friend of mine about Canadian geography. So British Columbia is on the west.
Yes.
Newfoundland is on the east.
Mm-hmm.
So British Columbia, again, to be clear, is not on the east. So British Columbia is not above Maine or any of that
No,
shit. It's
no.
way on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good.
Bunch of islands out there.
Yeah.
Like
Forgive me,
little
I don't
islands.
know. I don't know Canadian geography.
Nah, I mean I know that.
That's a shame too. I mean, they're our 51st state. I should know
You
this.
should know that, right?
If you were listening in Canada or
Yeah.
yeah, Zap's joking around.
We welcome you
Yeah.
to the fold of the United States.
You got something there?
No.
No.
I mean, the one of I mean, so obviously by its name, American Gothic.
Mm-hmm.
It's and even the movie poster and the DVD or VHS cover, any advertisement you would see for this, it's a play on the famous painting by Grant Wood of that farmer and his daughter.
Yeah, what
that,
year? What
that
year?
many people think is actually a farmer and his wife, but no. It is actually an old farmer and his grown-up daughter.
Oh, I did
just
not know that.
was today years old when I learned
I
that.
found that out.
Yeah, I thought
What-
it was his wife.
Nope.
What year did that painting was that done? Do you know?
30s or 40s?
Was it okay? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's when that whole like Americana Norman Rockwell
Yeah.
thing was going on, where America was a good place to like live.
The inspiration for the two people on that painting, the woman is the painter's is Grant Wood's sister.
Mm.
And the old man farmer, again, this guy, the would-be daughter's father,
Mm-hmm.
is the family dentist.
How about that?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. So like I said in the beginning, I couldn't find a budget or a box office. This was in the movie theater briefly.
If I were to guess, I would say they spent $200
$200
to make this movie.
American.
$200 American dollars.
That's right.
So I looked up some stuff that came out in '88 just to see if we can kind of gauge.
Sure.
So the biggest movie from '88 horror-wise was Nightmare on Elm Street 4: Dream Master. That had a $6.5 million budget and made about $49.4 million.
Dang.
So that was number one. Here's another one that came out, and this is nowhere on this level, but Child's Play. $9.3 million, $44.2 million.
Sure.
Now, here's one that surprised me because I love this movie, and I can't believe it made this much money. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That was a good movie.
It was a great movie. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite horror movies. $1.8 million budget. Want to guess what it made?
$3 million.
1.5 million.
No, $43.6 million.
Holy cow.
Yes.
And you were probably responsible for at least $500,000 of that.
$42 million of it, I bet.
Yeah, there it is.
So a movie that Matt and I did when we first started the podcast, I would say is kind of on the level production-wise of this, was Night of the Demons.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I even think they probably filmed in easier spots. Like it was in Detroit area. I think.
Was that the one where they were in the not the cemetery,
It was a
the
house, like
yeah,
an
the
abandoned
crematorium,
house.
and the girl
Right.
was doing her
Yeah, the Angela dancing.
yeah.
$1.2 million budget, and it made $3 million at the box office.
So that's where I would put this at, probably.
About $1 million budget.
I cannot see these guys spending more than $1 million on this movie.
No, and you think
It
about
was around there, probably. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Look at the beginning, like the airplane.
Yeah, you had to rent a
shots.
plane.
And well, just the way they filmed
It's
it,
fair.
there was no drones back then.
Yes,
No,
it had to
so
been an
they were-
airplane filming an airplane.
Right. So they probably put a lot of money in just the scenery and the filming. And I know, Matt, like you said, it's probably cheap to film where they were at. But I got to imagine it was a decent amount. But it got me looking at these movies. And also in '88, Yvonne DiCarlo was in one called Cellar Dweller, a horror movie. That had an $850,000 budget. No box office on that one.
So that was straight to DVD or straight
Did
to
they
VHS.
do that back then? Would they make movies just to go straight to VHS,
Oh, yeah.
or did they try to?
Absolutely.
I didn't
Big
know
time,
that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it costs money to get that. You make a movie, and you got to sell it at the time. You got to sell it to get it into the theater.
Right.
Like it's not just automatically going to land there. So you got guys pounding the pavement, going theater to theater to theater. Hey man, carry this movie.
See, I'm upset. Like the time that we kind of grew up, we were more of the 90s kids. Were we 80s kids or
I
90s
would say
kids?
80s kids.
I would say 80s. If we were
But-
all born in 75, 76, that makes us. I mean, the 80s were our formative years for sure.
Very true. But we weren't at that point of being in high school, like in the 80s,
No.
where
Correct.
this was something that when a movie was coming out, you're 16, you got your friends, you're like, dude, we're going to see this slasher flick.
Agreed.
Mhm.
You know, we
I
kind of
agree.
missed out on that.
We missed. Yeah, you're
We got
definitely right.
into that 90s
By like
part.
6-7 years. We missed that.
Yeah. But we were still, like you said, 80s kids, but we missed the part of being 80s, I guess, teens,
Like-
which would have
like
been cool.
Relating to these kids in these
Mhm.
movies, like
Yeah.
they were of age.
Like we could watch The Breakfast Club, but we couldn't relate to the angst at the time.
Yes.
Like those were high school kids, and we were grade school kids.
We're the annoying little brother in all those movies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We were like the kids and kids.
Oh, that was our age. That was
yes,
our,
that would be
yeah.
our time, and that was kind of what was going on at the time.
Right. A couple other ones I thought were pretty cool. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers that came out in '88. Never saw
Yep.
it.
What was
never
the
seen
budget
that.
on that guy?
60,000
Okay.
between that and 95,000.
So not even paying anybody for that. They're just
No.
trying to get spots to film.
The Blob with Kevin Dillon.
Blob was good.
Now this is one that we would play the sound effect. Box office. I'm sorry. Budget 10 million. Box office 8.2. It lost money. So I'm sure there's a lot of that. Maybe you make it up. But do you want to take a guess? The highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Psycho.
Rear Window.
Rear Windows. I don't know if I didn't see that on there.
We need to do more Hitchcock.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I was glad you picked
Yeah.
that. But the number one grossing movie of all time, and it makes sense because
Nightmare on Elm Street.
no,
Halloween.
no, it was that was down the list like 15th.
Who was the director? Give us like a hint.
I don't know. It was a
All right.
Stephen King.
Oh, Pet Sematary.
Nope.
Oh.
You got to think newer, more recent. It. Yeah, $704 million worldwide box office.
So I was just talking about this the other day because, as obviously, we're in the Halloweeny season. The OG It movie, the two-parter,
That was on TV.
which was on TV,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that was worlds better than the more
The remake.
recent two parts of It that they put in the theater. Worlds better.
Yeah.
They said they have a Dairy coming out. I think it's on HBO.
Yeah, like
And
a
they
series.
prequel.
people are saying it's like kind of what's the one out now with the girl 7 or 6 or whatever she is.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. They said it's kind of like that,
Oh.
but like way more horror.
It would make sense given the nature of It and what It actually is. I mean, It is an alien, so it like lives down in the sewers.
Yeah, the sewage.
Wants
Mhm.
to come out to eat the kids.
But they are saying it's very well done. So
Right.
if you guys got the
I'll
time
definitely
or the
check that.
means,
I don't-
check it out.
I don't have HBO, but I would check it out. Number 2 on the list is Sixth Sense, 672.
That's not a horror movie.
Wow. I mean,
It's more suspense.
I mean, it's a thriller. for
thriller
sure.
suspense.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm.
So yeah, man, I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of movies in '88 that were like, let's milk the shit out of this. Halloween
Yeah.
4, Fright Night 2, Friday 13th Part 7. Then, like I said, Elm Street 4. So we caught that late '80s, early '90s where they was remaking all that shit.
Yeah.
Freddy versus
And,
Jason.
Yeah, there's not a lot of originality.
Start
They're
getting out of control.
I mean, they're taking a franchise and they're going to milk that chamois for all it's worth.
I
Right.
said as long as it's making money over what they made to
That's right.
put it together, the
That's
production, then they're making money.
Yeah, Halloween 4 was $5 million budget, $17.8 million. So I made all right. But yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it for that fun fact stuff. So I guess time to late fee, return or burn. Matt, it's your movie, so you want to start it off?
Yes, since this was my movie to pick, I actually saw parts of this and read about it a little bit. So I was like, oh, this would be a good one. I never watched the whole movie through when I suggested it. But watching the whole movie through, I thought it was fun. It was silly, but it was able to watch. It wasn't one of those ones like, oh my God, I gotta like shut it off. So I would, set it in the V.C.R., watch it and then return it kindly after I rewound it. Give it back. I wouldn't be mean or like try to burn it up or anything. But I thought it was I thought it was a fun watch, especially for the time.
Yeah. You want me to go or you want to go?
I'll go.
Okay, go.
Oh yeah, so yes, I'm returning it
Return.
politely, rewound.
Mm.
All right, cool.
Okay. So I have a similar but somewhat different perspective on this movie. Now, Matt, it surprises me. It surprises me that you say you had never seen this movie. You just randomly came across it somehow.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Having watched this movie, I thought you picked this because this was something that holds a level of nostalgia or memory for you. Like I can just imagine you like down in the basement, the house you grew up in. It's late night, parents are sleeping, and you're like, what's on, what's on HBO, what's on
HBO?
cinema, whatever.
Right.
And this is on, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll watch this. And so the movie just happened to hold some sort of nostalgia for you.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you pulled this out of nowhere
Mm-hmm.
and just decided to go with it, again, surprising.
Yeah.
Not
Well, thank you.
surprising.
Thank you.
No, it's true. With that in mind, it now surprises me that you stuck with this choice because this movie was bad. And I
No,
mean,
not good at all.
I mean,
No.
not good. The opposite of good.
Is bad.
And not the Michael Jackson bad.
No,
It was bad.
it was definitely not a thriller.
The acting was awful. I think there was so much more potential for this movie, though. Like, I think the underlying story could have been done a lot better. I think what failed was that either the director, not either, just I'll call it the director, had in his mind that he already knew everything that was going on, and he thought it was a great story. And so since he was already so familiar with the story,
Mm-hmm.
I think he cut out a lot of stuff that it could have otherwise been better explained, more dynamically shown or illustrated to the viewer. But instead, the viewer's left to guess what the fuck is going on here. in
Well,
so many
that
instances.
I think that was kind of like the cool part towards the middle. But I think, like you said, the director or whoever was doing the directing could have been like, okay, I think he was just telling them to act crazy or be crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they took that crazy to just acting silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
for sure.
which could have been, like you said, I blame that on the directing.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting like really movie.
It's
like,
deep, man. It's
yeah, we're
deep.
getting like into movies here.
Well, no, it is. Matt, look, I don't want to take anything away from it. I mean, you picked the movie for a reason, I'm going to give the movie credit that there is an underlying story here that if it were filmed better or if they had more time to expound on the story, I think it could have been a better movie.
To be redone, yes, I think they could do a lot with it. But this was kind of an ode. The reason I did pick it was to when we first started this vintage cinema.
Yes.
It was supposed to be based on silly movies from the like stuff that was complete, like nobody would even see. There's probably like 30 people out there like, dude, I saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't even think this ran on HBO or anything like that, or Cinemax.
I mean, I know that this movie aired in, I think when all was said and done, I think 10 cities.
Mm-hmm.
10, maybe 12 cities, and all majors, like not, it wasn't rolling in Middletown, Pennsylvania.
No,
Yeah.
it was like
At the Elks.
Pittsburgh and LA and
Pittsburgh. I was looking at the list of places where this was at, and Pittsburgh was the closest one for us.
yeah.
But to redo this today, I think would have a lot of potential.
I agree.
This could be one that would be on a redo list and could really be something.
Oh, absolutely.
Nonetheless, with all of that said, if we're talking about movie specific, I'm going to rent this movie, and after I watch this movie, I'm going to light it on fire
Burn it.
and hope
A burn is so.
I'm doing the world a favor by burning this movie.
To never be seen again.
I'm doing who.
So you're not archiving this in the Smithsonian?
Archive.org.
There's no archive.
It's not even going to make it to archive.org, although
Oh,
it did
shit.
make it to archive.org. All movies make their way to archive.org.
It's there. So I guess it's up to me now.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yep.
Now, like I said, I watched this again this morning, and I'm glad I did. And the reason being is that the first time around, Matt, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there were embers, there was smoke. It was
all about
looking
the
bad.
burning. You guys just burning shit.
It was looking bad.
Damn.
It was definitely looking bad. After giving it a second chance, I did find some things some redeeming qualities, kind of like what Zap said, that it had potential. There was some cool stuff that I caught the second time around. I love these 80s horror movies. I mean, and I dig the cheesiness and all that. I like more movies where it's like one killer, you don't see them. It's kind of like that kind of mystery stuff. Or if you're going to be bad, just be really, really bad. So bad, like we talk about, that you can be good because it's so bad, like Blood Lake.
Blood Lake, yes.
Yeah,
That was one
but
where
that-
you just, like, even at the end, you're like, where's the lake?
That was so like bad though that it's like, oh shit, this is, or like Redneck Zombies is one of my favorite movies because it's just so bad it's good, you know what I mean? But this was just
Basket Case, one
right,
of those.
yes,
This was
So
a bad
bad.
movie trying to be good.
right. This was actually just good enough that I was like, just be a little worse. And it was just right there on the cusp. But watching it again, and I guess probably just, this is a movie I'd like to sit down with friends and have a couple beers and we make fun of it, and that would make me love the movie.
This would be more fun when
That's
we were
fair.
17 or 18
Yeah, that's
than
fair.
it is now being close to 50.
I
Right.
agree. Matt, that's right on. That's absolutely right on.
And that's, I was thinking the same thing when I was watching it. Like, this would be a fun one if you're like, what's on? Dude, it's American Gothic. Check this out.
So I'll definitely return it with potential to burn it, but I'm just going to return it.
Would it
But
have marks on it? Like, would you have the lighter
yeah,
ready?
You could see
Would it-
there were like burn marks.
Yeah,
Definitely burn marks, and it was smoking a little bit.
somebody's back end of their lighter, like back in the 90s.
Right.
Like the
right,
little tip of the lighter just has like that hinge, the burn.
Right. That's
Yes.
exactly. And when I returned it, the guy's like, "Why is this hot?"
That's from putting out
Yes.
pot. That's
Yes,
from putting out your little
yes.
glass pieces.
Right.
Or
Exactly.
metal bowls.
If
back in the
anybody
day.
listening to this didn't get the reference,
Yeah.
just the one edge, just a little bit
Yeah.
of burnt to it.
A roach clip for
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I love these movies, like I said. But this one was just, I don't know. But like what you guys are saying. I could see this being remade. The storyline's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It almost has like a Chainsaw Massacre, like or
Oh,
a family.
It
You know,
does.
keep it in the family and all that.
It does.
I think the family couldn't have been. They could have pulled it back a little bit. They didn't have to be as outrageously shitty of acting as it was.
Mhm.
And I think that's where the like I said, Zap and I were saying, the director just let him go like that, and he let it go too far.
Mhm.
Right.
But if you had a little bit of better acting, maybe like the cast had some cooler. I mean, they were done well. The kids were done well, but like
Yeah.
the family, I guess they were done well too. It's just
No.
the acting wasn't.
I think
wasn't there.
if it were just made as a cheesy movie, I think I would have returned it.
Right.
But I think they tried too hard
Yes
to
yes.
take to override the cheese. Like just go with the cheese. Stick with the cheese.
It was a string cheese incident.
They tried to elevate the cheese.
Yeah, but I'm glad you picked it, man. I love watching those movies from.
No, it was a dial back. It was taken back to what I think were the roots of the vintage cinema. Just trying to be like these goofy movies where you said just like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space type thing.
Oh
just,
yeah, but that
was good though.
I love that movie, and I'd love to do that someday. But I don't know what you would think of. Have you ever seen that? Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yeah, you loaned me the movie.
I did. Okay, yeah.
Because on the vintage, we kind of got into like the really good '80s movies, like the John Hugheses and stuff, where we're like, oh, these movies are actually
nostalgic,
timeless.
Great, yeah.
Right. This is one that had a little bit of time for a minute or two, and then they had to just put it back.
Right.
But it was fun. It was fun doing it with you guys.
For sure. Look, this was fun to do.
Yes.
This I can't say it enough. This took me back. It absolutely took me back. The memory lane was awesome.
And if you're out there, if you want to watch it, go ahead, give it a.
Yeah, it's on Prime. You can get it on Prime. Your Prime.
Or Tubi has everything that pops up now.
Tubi does too. Yeah,
and that's free.
Yeah,
can't beat that.
So I guess it's Zap's pick next, and you said you had a fan pick.
Yeah,
possibly.
Fan pick.
Possibly. So yeah, we'll be back next week with that.
Yep. Are we giving a little foreshadow or
no?
Is there no.
No.
Just gonna
he likes
throw it on us raw.
He likes to edge them.
Well, I can tell you that it some way somehow it is related to, or there is an element of a movie we recently done.
The Silence of the Lambs. Yeah,
maybe.
That's tough too, going from that Silence of the Lambs to this.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That was a bad transition. That didn't work well together.
Yeah. It's like you date a 10 and now you're, But
now you're dating Fanny.
Yeah, exactly.
The Fanny killed the Nanny.
But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Old Dirty Basement. Check out our other podcasts, You Might Be a Madman, and we have a TikTok at Old Dirty Basement Podcast. So I guess that's it for now. So we'll catch you where?
On the flip side.
If we don't see you sooner, we'll see you later.
Peace. Thanks for listening to The Vintage Cinema Review in the Old Dirty Basement. If you dig our theme music like we do, check out the Tsunami Experiment. Find them on Facebook. Their music is streaming on Spotify and Apple, and where great music is available.
You can find us at Old Dirty Basement on Facebook and Instagram, and at Old Dirty Basement Podcast on TikTok.
Peace.
We outie 5,000.